Justin Trudeau puts the rights of dangerous child sex offenders above the rights of you and your ability to keep your children safe. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. It's something I wish I could never accuse any prime minister or politician of, putting the rights of dangerous sex offenders above the rights of parents to keep their kids safe, but unfortunately, it's true. There was a plan hatched by the previous Conservative government to take the National Child Sex Offender Registry, the Dangerous Sex Offender Registry, and make it accessible to the public so that rather than having to rely on the police to let you know, if they felt up to it, that there was a dangerous sex offender moving into your neighborhood, that you would be able to go online, type in your address, see who's living in your area that you might need to be concerned about. Well, the Conservatives had passed legislation to bring that forward. It wasn't fully implemented before the last election, and now, according to documents obtained by the Canadian press, that plan is being reconsidered. Why? Let me read to you from the article. They say a number of concerns have been raised, from resource pressures to fears of vigilante-style attacks on offenders that would support dropping the idea of a public database. The Liberals have been asked about this several times in the legislature this week. In question period, Conservative leader Andrew Scheer put it to Justin Trudeau, and it was, or should have been, an easy answer.
Officials have advised the Prime Minister to cancel the creation of a publicly available high-risk child sex offender database. If the Liberals have a problem with the public being informed about dangerous criminals living in their neighbourhood, then Canadian parents have a right to know. If the Prime Minister is as outraged as he claims to be, he has an opportunity right here and now to reject the advice that he's received from these officials. Will he do it, yes or no?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister. Public safety and the safety of our children is always a priority for this government and will continue to be, because it's a priority for any government in this country. When a potential dangerous offender is about to be liberated, the local police is alerted and they can then alert the public. Canada always has and already has a National Sex Offender Registry, which helps ensure that offenders are properly registered and high-risk offenders are identified.
Yeah, Trudeau talked about police. Trudeau talked about keeping kids safe, but he didn't talk about allowing you the ability to find out if you and your family are safe. And that's what it comes down to. Trudeau and his Liberals support experts. They support police. They don't support you being able to make informed decisions. And who's the best person? Who are the best people to keep kids safe? Mom and dad. It's that simple. This has been something that's been ongoing for several days in question period. Conservative MP Michael Cooper stood up and asked the question again on Thursday. Ralph Goodale, the Minister of Public Safety, stood up and let the cat out of the bag. They have no intention of letting you or anyone else in the public know what's going on. You are going to have to wait for the police to tell you if they see it fit to do so.
When a potentially dangerous offender is about to be released, the Correctional Service alerts the police. If there is a danger, the police alert the public. Police and communities working constructively together, that is how best to make sure our children.
All right, so what's the problem with this? Well, the bottom line is that in the past, the police didn't always let people know. Sometimes they would be worried about vigilante justice. Sometimes they would be worried about the privacy rights of dangerous, convicted child sex offenders. I'm sorry, but at a certain point, you do give up your rights when you continue to go outside the bounds of what society deems acceptable, such as sexually assaulting children. Call me crazy. Somehow, I think the public's on my side. But the Liberals are backing away from this, and they're backing away from it quickly. This is exactly why you need to have the ability for individual citizens to find out. If there's vigilante justice, guess what? The police can deal with that, because that's a real crime. But what are you more concerned about? Your child being scooped up by someone like Paul Bernardo, who's let out into the community, and like Karla Homolka, they don't tell you? They don't let you know that they're living down the street from you? Or you're more worried that Billy Joe's going to find out and go down there with a baseball bat or a shotgun and try and take care of them? You know that the more dangerous, the more likely scenario is that the repeat sex offender repeats again. The recidivism rate is high. This is why the public needs protection. maybe we can't keep these people in jail forever, but people in their own communities should have this kind of information. The police were being piecemeal and letting it out. Some community police services were great, others were not. That's why the Conservatives brought in the legislation. But once again, the Liberals want to put the rights of well, not the victim. They don't want to put the victim first. They want to put the perp first. The rights of the perp come before the rights of the victim or the potential victim. It's sad, but it's true. Again, I wish I could never say this about any Canadian government. They say that they want to keep children safe. Well, if they did, they would move forward with this proposal instead of reverting back to the old way of doing things. If you like the Rebel video you just watched, make sure you never miss a Rebel video again. Click here to subscribe. If you have subscribed to our main channel, are you subscribed to Rebel Canada? It is the place you'll find all the news that the other guys won't tell you when it comes to Justin Trudeau and his Liberals.